Hello, Shaky here, and welcome to the demo of Factory Planner. This game is scheduled to release on January 19th, 2026, and it's basically a card-based, node-based factory game that is inspired by like Satisfactory and Factorio. So let's jump right into a new game. We're going to skip the tutorial, and this is our iron mine. So what we have to start with, we have some missions up here in the top left. Place a miner on the board, no problem. Hook that up to our iron mine. There we go, we can connect the miner to a container here. That'll stick the, you click on this, click on gathering, it shows you what you're gathering. Right now you're gathering iron ore at 30 per minute. And we need to unlock the technology of smelting. So this is a tech tree here. Like any great factory game, it has an extensive tech tree. It goes over to here, comes down here, goes over here, and there's plenty of stuff to research, so good stuff there. Let's go back to the beginning and unlock the smelting, which is what they want us to progress with. That is this one right here. Costs us 1 research point. They've given us one to unlock this one for us, so good there. Okay, so now we have to craft a smelter. This is the crafting menu right here. And we basically have 2 things right now, so we can click on the smelter. It takes 2 iron ingots. Again, they've given us that to get us started. So let's go ahead and craft that. Gives us a smelter. This is our card inventory down here. You can sort it by category, or you can just put all cards on it. We're going to grab our smelter, stick it up here. We're going to connect the container to the smelter, and we are going to set the recipe for iron ingots. Go over to production tab here. Iron ingots, again, you can see it takes 15 per minute, and it produces 15 per minute. Let's select that recipe. Got some mission rewards here. Now we need to explore Charback Swamp. So this is the way you unlock new resource node cards. Right now we don't have any resource node cards. If we hit the map up here, this is all unlockable. As far as I can tell, at least in the demo, it is solely time-based. So you just start the exploration, and 5 seconds later, it is unlocked. And the farther away you get from home base here, the longer it takes to research them. So we will complete that one, and we will just go ahead and start another one, and try to always come back here and try to always be unlocking stuff so that we are making progress. So let's go ahead and start that exploration and go back to the main menu here. We need to produce coal now, so we've gotten a coal mine by exploring the swamp. So we can put that on our factory floor up here. And we need to produce coal. So we go back to all our cards here. We have a container they've given us again, and a miner. So we're going to need to mine the coal. And then we're just going to put it in a container for now. And that'll give us what we need to get this one done. There is some speed controls on the bottom right here. We're going to go ×3 to get this mission done. We'll go back to regular speed now. Now we need to unlock power generation. So back to the map first. That is done, so let's complete that one. And let's start another one. That is going. Let's grab the tech tree here, and it wants us to do power generation next. So we're going to unlock that for 2 research points, which again they've provided for us. And now we can craft the coal generator. That's going to be our beginning source of power here. Coal generator costs some iron ore and some coal to craft it. 10 of each. Craft that up. Stick it on the board here, and we need to connect it to the container here. And we need to set this recipe right now. We are going to basically just do coal energy. We're going to switch to coke energy pretty soon. But to get us up and running, we're going to do coal. Then we need to connect the power from here down to our smelter. And that gets us our iron ingots up and running. We have to produce 3 iron ingots. We're just going to wait for that to produce real quick. And then you can, now it wants us to extract the iron ingots. So any factory item you can click on. And you have some production tab here. It shows you what you're producing. I believe there's more than 1 iron ingot. We're going to hit extract materials here, and it is going to give us 3 iron ingots and some iron ore. So now we need to sell these iron ingots. We're going to go over here and sell these guys here. This gives us some credits here, 735 credits. Nice. And now the credits can be used at the trader, which is this guy here. Like you can buy these guys that help you. They basically increase your production of some buildings. Super handy. This guy has the ability of power generation plus 75%. That's pretty awesome. So you could put him in a coal generator, and that would give you a nice boost of power. And Rosie here, she has production speed of 100%. So that's nice. She doubles the speed of any building you put her in. Super nice. All right, so that basically completes the beginning missions. Now we have a milestone mission of 1. We can pick any one of these to do. So that's pretty nice. You're not locked into one pathway. You can basically choose which way you want to go. So we'll decide on that in a minute. We have some people down here that are off asking for stuff. If we click show contract down here, he wants limestone ×8. We're gonna hit escape on that one. Do we have a limestone mine yet? Go to resources here. We don't have one yet, so let's go back to the map. Unlock that. And let's start the next one. Now we do have one, so let's go put this on the map here. This goes into a miner. So we're going to need to craft some cards here. We're going to have to get some basic materials go up and running, I think. Because the miner takes iron ingots to make. And we don't have enough yet. So we'll come back to these guys. But basically you're going to fulfill these contracts. And that's going to give you tech points so that you can, unlock some research stuff. All right, they've given us a couple cards to start with, but it's not a whole lot to work with. But we do have some containers, so let's get this iron ingots being stored so that we have enough to produce them. And then we can actually check these out. So this is, again, gathering iron at 30 per minute. The smelter here is processing them at 15 per minute, so we could probably double this up. But in order to do that, we're going to need another smelter. That requires iron ingots, which we have now, so let's craft that one. Put that down on the board here. They also gave us a power hub, which is how we're going to distribute power. So we're going to basically come up here. And we can take this off here, put it into the power hub. And then we can drag these down. It basically gives you, these are all inputs on the left side, outputs on the right. You cannot interchange them. So kind of all connections have to come in from the left. It's just the way it is. So that gets our smelter up and running. We just gotta set a recipe on this guy. Ironing it, select the recipe. And we need to grab a merger here. And we just need to merge these two into here. And then we can put them into the container here. So now we're making it to ratio. We need another splitter up here. So we need to go from the container to the splitter. Out to these two. Into the merger. And then back into the container. Alright, so that's good to go. Now we're making some iron ingots. Let's get a power plant going so that we have enough power to work with. You can see these things. We click on any power hub here. It says we're making 30 watts of power, and we are using 8 watts right now. So before we start expanding like crazy, we're going to need a decent sized power network. So we have unlocked another coal mine. Let's go back to the map here. Let's complete that one. Let's look for another coal mine. This is copper. This is tin. Copper. Let's just start up the top here and work our way down. All right, we're going to start exploring the copper mine here. Complete that one. We're just going to burn through a couple of these real quick to get some done. You can't queue them up. I don't know if that's a technology you can unlock, but grab this coal mine, hit start that one. We're basically going to work our way through here, so I'll come back here and just know that I'm always working on this. All right, we're going to do something similar with copper, so we can get some copper ingots going. Grab that. Do we have enough stuff to craft a miner? I believe that we need iron ingots. That's fine. Craft that up. Put that down. Get this all connected up here. Need a miner, and we're going to go into a container here. What does this guy want? So
My job isn't to talk.
He wants coal coke. We don't have that yet, so I guess we're going to have to wait on that one. Eventually, hopefully they'll request like iron ingots or something like that. Something that we can fulfill. Let's skip the splitters and mergers for now because we don't have enough stuff to build it right now, and we have no way of unlocking it right now until we complete some missions.
My job isn't to talk. It's to keep things.
So he just wants coal. We can accept this mission. Gives us 5 tech points and 250 credits if we complete it. It shows up here, and we already have enough to complete it, so we're just going to hit complete. And that gives us 5 mission points here. So we can go to tech tree right away here, and we're going to unlock storage first, I think. Get some containers unlocked for 3 credits. We have 2 credits left, so we can't really do much with 2 credits. What does this guy want?
My job isn't to talk.
He wants coke. We got to get that going. A crafter going. Let's do the smelter here. Craft that up. That will make us some iron ingots, or copper ingots I should say. And we're just going to steal this power down to here for now. So we can just take that power from here, bring it down to here, and we got to set this recipe to copper ingots. Again, this isn't really to ratio because we don't have the tools yet. Like, we want to craft some mergers and splitters, but we don't have them unlocked yet, so we need to wait till we get there. But in the meantime, we can grab the container here. Now we have copper ingots and iron ingots being smelted. Do either of these guys want
My
that?
job isn't to talk. It's
He
to
does
keep
not.
things standing.
What
If
does he
the
want?
math checks out,
He wants
there's
copper ingots, so we can do that.
nothing to
Nice. Accept that. Complete that. That gives us 6 credits. Let's hit the map up again. Complete that one. And we gotta hit the tech tree up. And let's go over to, what do we want next? This unlocks the fabricator. This unlocks the merger and splitter. Let's grab that one first. That is 3, and we can actually do the fabricator too. See what this guy wants.
Where's my coffee?
Iron ore, we can take that one. Complete that. Nice. That gives us 5 credits, 5 research points. What does this guy want?
My job isn't to talk. It's to keep.
He wants
things
copper rods. We're
standing.
not making those yet. All right, let's see what's required to craft a splitter here. Splitters need copper rods and iron plates. Let's start working on that. Copper rods are made in a fabricator, I believe. So we need tin to make that happen. So let's get some tin going. We got some limestone up here. We haven't done anything with it either. So let's grab some miners. Craft 2 of those. All right, let's get some miners down. For the limestone and for the tin, we'll grab our resources tab here and put the tin mine down. Come up here, we'll put a container down for the limestone. I'll get this limestone going, and then we'll grab a smelter. Gonna have to craft one of those. Put the smelter down over here. This will smelt the tin. Let's actually put a container down, I think. Set this recipe to be tin. Okay, we're gonna come back and edit this stuff so it's to ratio and everything, but right now we just gotta get it up and running so that we have some materials to work with. And what does it cost to craft a power hub? Power hub costs limestone and copper ore. That's great. Let's craft a couple of those. I guess we have to wait for limestone to come in, so one will do it for now. Get that up there. Let's just grab one of these, take it up to here. Grab another container. That should get us tin going, right? Was it in a miner? Oh, we're missing the connection here. Now we can make a fabricator once we have the tin. Okay, let's get that fabricator down. Let's put that down over here for now. Set the recipe on this for iron rods. Takes 15 per minute, gives us 7.5 per minute. Need some power for this. So, what is it? We got the recipe here for iron rods. Now we're making iron rods. We're going to do the same thing for copper, just so we have some copper rods to work with. Down a container. Put down a fabricator. Again, we're just going to clean this up in a minute. We're just going to get this all down here so we can have some stuff to work with. It says copper rods and iron rods. Let's see what this guy wants.
Coffee.
He wants copper rods and iron rods. So let's accept that mission here. And we'll have copper rods in a second. There we go. Complete that mission. Gives us another 6 research points and 900 credits. Alright, we're still working on trying to build the splitter that is right here. But we just made copper rods, so now we need iron plates. So we have to unlock those, I believe. Back to the tech tree here. Looks like the iron plates are right here. Let's go ahead and unlock those. Nice. 3 credits. I have a whole bunch. I have 30. I've just been doing contracts in between. And now we can have the hydraulic press here, which requires coke. So we're going to have to get coke up and running. So let's come over here. Let's get a coal mine down to craft up a miner. We need some smelters for this. We're going to go right into 2 smelters, or we can't because we don't have a splitter yet. We really need this splitter. So this to be coke. So we're going to smelt the coal into coke. Stuck that up there, and we'll get a container going. You get some power over here for this. Yeah, this is a real mess. We're going to fix it up very soon. So we're a smelter. Let's just start making coke for us. Hydraulic press here. Craft that up. Put that down here. We'll just take this off for now. Put it onto here. We're just going to switch back and forth for now until we get this up and running. So this recipe for iron plates. And before we do this, we're going to disconnect this one because we can actually set the demand on this So if we filter it by iron, so we're going to set this for iron sheets over here. Just uncheck that so it does not accept iron sheets. And then we'll take one for iron plates. So we're going to turn off iron sheets from here. And we're going to turn off iron plates from here. And now as long as we have a splitter up here, we can split these into both of these things here, and it should sort out our materials for us. Click on the storage tab here, so we only have plates in here, and we only have sheets in here. That'll come in handy later, I think. Okay, we're going to want a similar setup for copper, just so we can have the copper parts going. I think we can copy and paste these buildings. Let's just try it over here. So it tells you what it's going to use. If it's green, you have it in stock, so everything's green, so let's go ahead and confirm that. Now it doesn't transfer the connections, but that's fine. Take that off for now. Let's take this down to here. Grab some power. I'll take this up to here. That is going to make copper rolling, which makes copper sheets and copper plates. Now let's see if we can set the demand on this one. Not showing up yet. Maybe we have to wait till we produce some of it probably. Alright, yeah, so now that we produce some, we have them on the list here. So let's get these not take copper sheets in this one. And let's not take copper plates in this one. Nice, I'll get copper plates and copper sheets going. And now we can probably craft some splitters, right? Yeah, let's craft a couple splitters now, nice. Yeah, let's first fix up our, let's just do power right away. So over to here. Put a smelter here and a smelter here. Grab a splitter. Alright, so let's split the coal. It goes into 2 smelters, each using 15. Let's craft up a power hub. We got 10 of them, nice. So we're going to take this one down to here, this one down to here, and we're going to grab some power from over here. So for now we'll do that, get it up and running. Set this recipe to produce coke. Nice, so this is producing 15 per minute of coke. So we need to grab another coal generator. Let's see what these use. These use 6 per minute. So nice. So we'll have a little extra. This is to make 15. We're only going to use 12 if we use 2 of these. So we'll use 4 of them. Turning in our splitter. Go into here. This will go into here. This will go into here. That'll go into a power hub. Like so. And this will be our outgoing power hub. So this will be where all power goes out through this node right here. And this will go up into this third one here. And that way we can just keep expanding down as we need it. And this is flashing at us because it is not being used yet. So now we have 150 watts coming in. Okay, there's our beginning power setup. We have a coal mine being split into 2 smelters. The coal mine is producing 30. Each smelter can handle 15. So we're using up all the coal here. These go into splitters into coal generators that are burning coal coke. They are only using 6 per minute. So that is 24, and we are producing 30. So we have 6 leftover coal coke. Those will just end up being stored in the splitters. The splitters actually have a little bit of inventory here. So, and it does count towards your usable inventory. So if you have a contract that requires coal coke, you can just pull it from the splitters. So nice. Now let's go back over here and just get this cleaned up. So let's start with the iron. We're going to disconnect everything for right now. Let's get it all cleaned up here. So this is going to be our power distribution. So it's going to go, one of these is going to go up to here. One of these is going to go down here. And that's how we'll expand our power. So let's keep branching off like that. So this one will always go to the bottom here. And that gives us 2 to go over to our supply area. So we're just going to store the coal for now. Keep it over there, that's fine. Stockpile some coal. And so this is the iron mine. So let's grab the iron mine. I guess we'll just start, I think right here is fine. The first thing we're going to do is need to split these up so that we can have 2 smelters going. So we need a power hub for that. This will go down to here. This will go down to here. This one will come over to here. Basically come on down here and keep our extending our power. Smelting 30 iron. It's coming into a merger. And that is being stored in here. So next up we have the fabricator here. This is producing iron rods. It uses 15 per minute. So we want to make sure we don't use all our iron ingots because we need them for building materials. This is making plates. It only uses 5. So that is 20 per minute. That gives us 10 per minute being stored. I think that should be fine. This will go into the fabricator. This will go into the hydraulic press. Nice. There's our materials lined up nicely. So we're making copper sheets, copper plates, iron rods, and iron ingots here. We're going to do the exact same thing for copper, so give me a second to get that set up. Alright, I cleaned up my factory now. It looks nice and clean now. Everything's organized. See what he wants here.
There's nothing to discuss.
He wants rods. We've got plenty of them, so let's accept it and complete it. I've got a ton of points now. I've got like that. We've got 68 points. Let's go hit the tech tree up. I think we're going to come over here and do pulverization, I think. Unlock that for 7. And we'll do gearworks as well. So let's start working on milestone 1. Milestone 1 will basically unlock the next tier of tech. Right now we can only research stuff in this tier here. Once we hit the milestone 2, I think we'll be able to come over to this stuff here. Hub 2. I think we're just going to try cement. Why not? I don't know if it matters which one you do. You can pick any of them you want. So we're going to try cement. I believe it's just limestone. Put that down as production here. Cement requires limestone, and it takes cement and makes pebbles. It takes limestone and makes... So this takes limestone and it makes cement and pebbles. And you can upgrade these too. So if you have coal powder and iron plate, you can upgrade them. And it uses the same amount of power, and it gives you basically a higher throughput. Then I'll mine the limestone at 30 per minute. Let's upgrade this actually. So let's do... We have coke and iron ingots, so let's go ahead and upgrade it. So nice. So now we're making 37.5. Because what does this take? 7.5 per minute, and this is making 37.5. Okay, so let's just put a couple splitters in. Craft a couple of those. So the splitter will be so that we can... Because what does this create? This creates cement and pebbles. We need to bring this one over here. We need to say this one cannot have pebbles in it. Again, we haven't made it yet, so it's not showing on the demands here. So we gotta get some power to this. Need a whole bunch of power for these. These take 8 power each, so something like that. And then that should... Let's see if that brings up pebbles on here or not. Yeah, pebbles. So let's take off pebble, so it can't take pebbles. We'll do something similar. We will not allow it to take cement. Something like that. Something like that. So I should be making cement now. Yeah, 5 per minute, so super slow. Let me get the rest of these hooked up real quick. Before I hook these up, let's actually make some coal powder. That way we can upgrade this one as well. So we have some coal being made up here next to our power plant. We can just put a hydraulic press down up here. Set this to make, I think carbonization would be it. That makes graphite and coal powder. We're just going to put them in a container for now. I'm not going to sort it right now. So we just need it for upgrades. So that should make some coal powder. And that way we can come down here. I think we should be able to upgrade these. All right, let's upgrade that one. Need copper wires and iron sheets now to upgrade it again. But now that is making 9.38, so it's going to be kind of funky numbers here. Okay, so we have the limestone core here being put into a miner. And it gets split 4 ways, so it This splitter goes to these two splitters here. Splits it 4 different ways. Those go to 4 hydraulic presses. They process about 37.5, which is what this is putting out, an upgraded miner. And they have power being supplied to them here. And that way we have a merger here. And they just basically merges one and joins the one down here. It kind of makes a snake down to here and into a container here. This is storing cement and pebble. And then we just sort it once we've collected it all in one spot. So it goes to the splitter here and this just sorts it as cement and pebbles. So that's making 24, it looks like, per minute. We're going to need at least three of these setups, plus a little bit more. So this uses quite a bit of power. We're using 100 and we only have 120. Probably another power plant because this uses 32 power. So we need at least another 64 power. So let's go up here and I think we can just copy this. See if that works. Control C. Come down here. Confirm that. Nice. So it did copy it, but it did not copy like the coal mines. So I just have to put that back in, and it did not copy any of the connections. So we're gonna have to reconnect all of it. But we should have coal mines. Yeah. So you can put that down here and we'll just go back through here and get it all hooked up. That should give us double the power, 240. All right, that's our second power plant done. So we have 8 coal generators going, and we could probably come over to here, just copy this. See if we have enough supplies for this. Bring it down here. Looks like we have enough. Let's confirm it. And let's do it one more time. Nice, and we just get it all hooked up and we should get the 80 per minute pretty soon here. Alright, that is 3 sets of them done. That gives us 72 out of 80 per minute. I think what we can do is probably throw an engineer in one of these and see if that gives us a boost to get it. So let's just grab this one here. And we'll go to the information panel. We have room for 2 engineers here, so let's grab our engineer here. I think we'll grab Rosie here.
Systems standing by.
Has 100% production speed. So let's grab her and stick her in here.
Assembly line synchronized. Material flow initiated.
So, okay, yeah, so it just took a minute to register. So that's good. We are now at level hub 2, which gives us a whole new tier of the tech tree to look at. So yeah, pretty involved. Fun game. Again, it comes out on January 19th, 2026. So make sure to pick it up if you like it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.